Are we good? We good? Where's the sound at? What do you mean? Why is Tammy just there? It's a bot issue. So if you make Tammy talk, she'll probably say something and then go away. Alright. I think Gil got you. Gil wishes.
Test. What?
Yep, there she goes. Alright, take 2. Don't know what the fuck that was about. There's only one Grand Archer, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh damn, he survived the ninjas Nasu sent to kill you.
Is Gil being Grand Archer? Just spoiler it. If you spoiler it, it's okay.
I had unmuted the dab.
Okay. Who was the last Grand was the assassin. Oh yeah, I never did the final like Grand Assassin thing. I need to do that still. Yeah, you're gonna want that. You're gonna want that. Yeah, we want that. This one. Yep, I think that's good. Only one left, and it's the one in the middle. Interesting. Let's do this. Hail to the Grand Archer, Sugitani Zenjubo. The only true choice. Now, does this bastard still have his break bar when you're farming him? So you have to hit him twice?
I want to see someone with a Grand Nobukatsu.
Does Assassin Core Day with Black Rail do any damage? No, because she just doesn't do any damage. The unfortunate reality is that Corday, as much as I love her, don't do shit. She is just a really bad unit to use. Great character, terrible unit. We'll put Bargain. We'll slot in one big dog girl. Yep, and then this one's just for casters, I think. Yeah. The ultimate chat move is to grab somebody's Grand Nobunaga to use your Nobukatsu with. That is the goal. That is the dream. That is living the dream. So, for those of you playing on JP, who did you pick for your Grand? I'm curious. Oh my god. Little Mama. Kali? Kali's a good pick. She's so... Oh my god, she's so cute. Suitability was the only one. Suitability? I don't play JP, I'll probably do bad.
I picked Noble Archer for a Grand Archer.
That's not a bad one. The Grand Collies be everywhere. I imagine, okay. The top 5 most generic picks for your Grand Archer. Gilgamesh. Emiya. Kali. I feel like Gilgamesh and Emiya are the most obvious ones. If you pick those. Why Emiya? What do you mean, why Emiya? Emiya has Fate Stay Night clout. They're never gonna let him. No. Okay. Bob is up there. Super Orion's up there too, I would say. Robin, not so much. Grand Moriarty is based, for sure. It's not okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I think the vast majority of people are not picking their grands based on how usable they are. I think that most people are picking their grands based on who they think they want, who their headcanon is on who their grand servant is. If you're choosing your grand servants exclusively based on meta, I don't say this lightly, you're playing the game wrong. Hey, look at that. It's Grand Nobukatsu. They implement a system that allows you to bump the overall power of any servant that you have invested in. If you're using that to make good servants who don't need it good, while neglecting servants who are cool, who you can make actually function, I feel like you're doing it wrong. But far be it from me to say who's who and who do what. Who do the voodoo you do type shit, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we're gonna replace this.
Whoever you pick is correct.
Whoever you pick is correct, whoever I pick is even more correct. So weirdly, Bond is less important here. I need her to have her extra little 20% here. So that way she can get off her thing as well. Picking Herc as your Grand Archer? I mean... So the Grand Trade itself doesn't necessarily help people out, but it gives you access to a list of buffs that just crank your DPS output significantly. They just make you an overall better unit if you have them. So like the reason why you want to farm these raids isn't just so that way you can get the why don't you have okay. Is that way you can get the maxed out class score thing. Grand Archer is boring. Let's switch to caster since we know exactly when is the exact date?
Okay, Sensei. I will proceed to ignore you. I jest.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I've got both versions of Anne and Mary for my grand candidates: Bedivere, Lalter, Merlin, Fumakotaro, and Adelante Alter. The only one on my list that could be considered meta is Merlin. I mean, fair. But it's different if you're doing Merlin. Okay, here's the question. As soon as who is going to be the #1 most granded caster when that rolls around? First off, it's Castoria. Second off, who's the #2? I beat y'all to it. I beat every single one of y'all to it. Ash? Yeah, probably. I think Ash is gonna beat Merlin for that. Yeah, Morgan Summer is
Number
Ash.
2 must be Tonalico. Merlin.
I could see waiver. I think that we'll see some waivers. I think waiver is going to be in the same position as like Arash is for this Archer one, or where somebody like if it's Solomon, we get it. It will be him. I think Solomon's going to have to be able to be better than Castoria. Will they make Solomon better than Castoria? That is the question. I don't care how outdated here's the thing. Merlin isn't even outdated. Merlin still is a good unit. It's just he's used for a different kind of fight than what is currently the most common kind of fight. I meant under Castoria? Yeah, no. Yeah, I could see that. Kind of like how, what is it? I think a lot of people are going to lock into Summer Tiamon because, I mean, look at her. Grand Okuni is solid. Look, when it comes to NA, it's going to be Grand Rats.
It will be a new servant.
As soon as it comes to NA, it's going to be Grand Rats for me. But until that happens, we are looking at what can only be described as a steampunk massacre. I'm just going to wait for them to drop that shit, and we are going to immediately go Ironclad Faith and whip out the Grand Bab. Is your NA Rats 120? They're not 120 right now. Let me actually check. I know they're... I think they're 112 or like 114 or something like that. It's the issue I have is I don't have the Embers, and I'm waiting. I don't want to farm right now because we have a Lotto coming up soon. So once the Lotto comes around, both the Rats and what's it called? Lacusta are going to be 120. I'm going to farm the shit out of that lottery. Oh, here's the beautiful thing about the Grand system is somebody out there is going to Grails every single servant. Or they're going to grand every servant is going to be granded by somebody. Yes. I need to update my phone in the near-ish future. It is getting a little old, a little long in the tooth. Actually, can I really quick... Where is Yace? Yep. Yep.
Do we have a Grand Anti-Mango yet?
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. 100%. Oh, my rats are only 100. We need to fix that. I think it's because I was focusing on doing Lacusta first. Because I had the issue... Well, the issue with grailing the rats right now is that I don't have the coins for it, because I think they're only NP4. And grailing 4 stars to 120 fucking sucks. I do have them at 2,000 right now.
It looks like Tiamat is distracting Gil, while Sugitani snipes him from the bushes.
I don't believe Gilgamesh would be very distracted by the likes of Tiamat, if only because Gilgamesh hates the gods. Which mama do we want? Do we want this mama, little mama, or monster mama? I kind of want to use little mama. Oh, we getting funky. Do I have... Let me look at my rats really quick on NA. Oh no, they're NP5. Huh. I must just be being lazy.
So who's gonna be your grand assassin and mine gonna be Shiki?
It's probably gonna end up being Lacusta. It was gonna be Izo, and I do still really like Izo. But I feel like Izo's gonna get a lot of people who grand him.
Also, she's not in Kido.
She's not in Kido. It's not a man, so he's not interested. I need people to be having their goddamn grands with actual, like, shit. My face when I grand my NP5 Osakabe Hime that I have for no reason. Hey man, if a servant's stalking you, that's something. That's alright. That's alright. You like that. We like a 5-star stalker that's Osakabe Hime. It could be Ozzy. You could be being stalked by Ozzy. Do you want Ozymandias? You can have mine. We do be loving Oki. Oh, by the way, for people in here, there is a new emote coming out soon for this. Actually, 2 new emotes that will be delivered here in maybe, I don't know, a little bit over like 2 weeks, by like the 29th. We are going to be getting a W and an L animated emote featuring none other than Huyan Zhou. Because I know how much you guys seem to really like Huyan Zhou for something. I still don't understand how you, like, how this community latched onto that character who I never use. That's not true. Hold up. I know exactly why it happened. It's because I asked my community to use the chatbot to be like, hey, how do you pronounce Huyan Zhou? Because Tammy speaks Chinese. And I said, hey, Tammy, how do you say Huyan Zhou? And then she says, Huyan Zhou. And then it's been like that ever since.
Huyan Zhou made my quality of life increase.
I'm happy for you, man.
So it's all my fault.
It's all y'all's fault.
You have single-handedly caused the rise of Huyan Zhou.
I mean, this community probably spreads the word of Huyan Zhou more than any other fake community. I would be shocked to learn if there was another community that was just that promoted that character in specific more than this community does. Shocked, I tell you. Okay, so in actuality, we're gonna drop Bill here. We're gonna grab him. I think we need the a sudden damage.
I'm just gonna
bump.
admit I'm here for some Huyanzhou ties, and I am happy to say this community delivered.
I mean, yeah.
All rise for Grand Huyanzhou.
If you could pick a new servant, where would you pick from? Where would you pick from? Well, if I could add any new servant to the game, I would add Laika. Have her make her either a foreigner or a rider, and have her riding on Sputnik. Alternatively, Olga of Kiev would be kind of nice. Kind of neat to see Olga of Kiev show up and myrtleize a bunch of people. Would Laika still be a dog? 100% yes. If they make Laika, like, I don't know, like a dog girl, that's fine too, because dog girls are based. But I would prefer it if it was just a dog, and then she could be friends with Lobo. That's what I want. The ammo-carrying bear is Wojciech. Also a good choice. But Olga isn't from Kiev. Look, man. Shit's weird. Yeah, make her like buddies with Voyager. Make her be like the tie between Voyager and Lobo, and then those three can be friends.
Would Voyager ought to be a girl that made contact with the Ultra God? I've only ever got
isn't it a reverse
spooked
1999
once.
character?
I either get the servant or always tall my claws. The spooked servant was Nito Chris Alter.
Nice. Whatever you say, Gil, just put the QP in the bag. I don't know how to spell Wojciech. It's I'm pretty sure it's Polish, and that language is... I have more respect for the Polish, but... God, their language is worse than French. Like, it has the opposite of... It has the opposite problem of the French language, the Polish language does. Where the French language has a bunch of things in it that are pronounced stupid, or just not pronounced at all. The Polish language has running words that all have to be enunciated, and if they're not, you cannot be understood. I think it's pronounced Wojtek in Polish. I've heard it pronounced Wojciech. Wojciech. Which is both a W and V sound at the same time. Tammy, how do you pronounce Wojciech? Actually, why am I asking Tammy? This is a question for Goat Lad. Goat Lad is Dutch. Pretty sure Goat Lad is Dutch. I mean, that's close enough, right? Same part of the world. Goat Lad, how do you say Wojciech?
Clee, did you see meme I posted that you can surgically remove French?
No, I didn't. Well, what I miss? What me miss in meme channel? Oh yeah, Ubisoft is bankrupt. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. Good. Fucking good. Here's hoping that a lot of their IPs are now spread around to companies that will use them and not be fucking morons about it. I hope that CEO... I hope that CEO has a lot of time to reflect on the fact that this is his fault. It's entirely his fault because of mismanagement. That's my hope. When did that happen? Earlier this week. So, okay. unless something's changed, we don't know if they actually went bankrupt. What happened was that they froze all of their assets so that you can't sell Ubisoft stock right now. You just can't do it. Which, I don't know how that's legal. I didn't know that you could do that. But generally, that means that they fucked up somewhere and that something bad's about to happen. Normally, if you're doing some shit like that, it means that you're about to get fucking got. Guys, he said Gate of Babylon. Isn't that so cool? He said Gate of Babylon, guys. He's so cool. He's Gilgamesh. He's so cool. Wait. It had to be Gilgamesh always. 1,000, the year of the Gilgamesh, 10,000 years of Jesus Christ, Sugi. Are you seeing these Sugitani crits? Holy fuck. I think she did over 1 million damage in just crits. That's kind of insane. Avenger Collective of emus from Great... Oh, that'd be kind of fun. 1 Sugi million damage. No, it'd be 1 Sugi trillion damage. When the gate is Babylon, I've never seen Fate Stain. You're not missing much. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six IPs are owned by Tencent. Oh, wow. I mean, you know what I really hope? I hope that they do go bankrupt, which is a fucked up thing to say.
Sugitani has a great crit damage and some RTM is one of the best crit support.
Oh, 100%. It's entirely because of the team comp, but it's still kind of cool to see. I say, baby, I love you, but not right now. No, that's not a good idea. Everyone who has the goddamn Tiamons they ain't putting the good shit on them. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Damaram was kind of said what I was going to be saying. The biggest tragedy of Ubisoft is that they own one of a super beloved IP and refuse to do anything with it, and that's Rayman. The Rayman series has not gotten a new game in fucking how long now? I think the last Rayman game was Legends, and that was 2012. And I'm not gonna say that like there's like a lack of interest in the series, because I mean, from literally anybody who I've ever talked to about Rayman has been like, yeah, Rayman's fucking sick. Every time. Like, everyone I know who like knows ball knows Rayman's fucking fun. But they just don't do anything with it. And I'm pretty sure the guy who made Rayman is just like, I don't know why they're not doing anything with it. Like, I don't understand. Like, and the guy's like, I kind of just wish I hadn't like sold out to him, but you know, so he could do his own thing with the IP. But he's like, I can't do anything with it. So I'm hoping that with the dissolution of Ubisoft, we get to see some of these IPs like that maybe get a second wind or something like that. It'd be kind of cool to see Rayman get sold off to someone who actually is willing to... Like, this is going to sound weird. If they gave Rayman to, like, Nintendo, or if they gave Rayman to, like, I don't know, Sega, I can see that working. It's like Sony and the tens of other IPs they have, but they have no idea. Well, Sony...
Don't forget about the Nemesis system. Think about how my fun games could have came out if they didn't patent that.
Is the Nemesis system from Ubisoft? Is that a Ubisoft thing? God, if that's a Ubisoft thing, they can... I could... No, that's Warner Bros. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say... I was about to go off on fucking Ubisoft if that was their thing. It's like, y'all don't make... You guys have not made a good game in years. You keep ruining the games that you have. Like, when was the last good Assassin's Creed game? Genuine question, when was the last good Assassin's Creed game? Origin... Black Flag was not good. Black Flag was a buggy fucking mess. When was the last time an Assassin's Creed game was not a fucking disgusting mess of bugs? Never? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is there's never been a good Assassin's Creed game. It's never existed. There's never been one that's been good. Ubisoft went bankrupt? That is yeah. We think, hold on, we think Ubisoft has gone bankrupt. Again, unless something has changed where they've said something where they like actually made an announcement about it, I'm not gonna say one way or the other.
You can say that about all big names. Even Japanese companies, Capcom has 90% of its cyber gathering dust. Konami only does boards. Don't expect anything from AAAs these days. It's safer.
Oh, you can expect something from AAAs these days. It's you can expect something from Nintendo, except it's cool to hate Nintendo. Even then, Nintendo also, you know, they have plenty of IPs that they just don't use, which is just unfortunate. But at the very least, you'll occasionally get something from them, where they'll whip something out and be like, all right, we're doing this now. Nintendo is scum. I don't give a fuck that they're scum. Look, I need you all to understand something. In the world of video games, I'm gonna say 99 out of 100 times, if you buy a Nintendo game, you're going to have a game that is complete, primarily bug-free, and overall, like, a really fun and enjoyable time. Am I defending their legal practices? No. Am I defending how they go after people who do emulation shit? No. Unless you buy a Pokemon game? Wrong. Say that again to Pokemon? The only Pokemon game that's like that is fucking Scarlet and Violet. Everyone who thinks Sword and Shield or all the other ones are bad are just whiny bitches. I said it. I'm not going to defend Scarlet and Violet, but complaining about like any other Pokemon title, I'm going to just say you're just a whiner. You're just a whiner. Scarlet and Violet was a shit show. Everyone agrees Scarlet and Violet was a shit show.
Nintendo
However,
as a company sucks, but the games are still great. Except Zelda Since Tear of the Kingdom. That game is a tech demo, not a fucking game.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to defend their business practices, but again, 99 out of 100 times if you buy a Nintendo game, it's an actual complete and fun game. This is in opposition to, I want to say, every other game company on the market. Like, even for series that I love, like, I mean, I love Capcom. I love Capcom's games. The most recent Monster Hunter ran like doo-doo. ZA is really cool, but it needed a little bit more having finished it. I've been enjoying the absolute shit out of that game. And you know what? I'm not even gonna sit here. I've not finished it yet. I've been taking my time and just having like a slow enjoy. I'm like tasting it as I go. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed it all the way through. I'll say this with that game. They're experimenting with something they've not really done before. And so I'm more willing to be like, I mean, if the complaint is that I wish that they could have done more with it, it's like, I mean, that's fair. I mean, there's DLC that they're coming out with, and it looks like they're going to release more of that later. Should that just be in the base game? Sure. But, I mean, shit, we live in 2025, and everything is DLC now. But no, I get what you mean. I think that's an actual valid complaint about a game. That isn't just like sorry, not Scarlet and Violet. Sword and Shield is bad because the trees look like they're out of Ocarina. Suck my fucking dick. Hour 6 of the shiny Goomy hunt, send food. That's just shiny hunting in general, though. And you know what? We love it. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, with other game companies too, even ones that I like Capcom. I love Capcom's games. Like fucking Street Fighter. There is not a singular reason on Earth that Street Fighter 6 is 100 gigs. There is zero. There's no reason why Street Fighter 6 should be 100 gigs. It is a fighting game. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yes, there is. No, there fucking isn't. It's Chun-Li's thighs and Cammy's ass. I mean, I guess, but it's just like... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm sure half of the memory goes to that. But, like, there's no reason to find... Who makes Tekken? Oh, fucking... I think it's Bandai? Bandai Namco? Is that right? Is that Namco? Who does make Tekken? It is Namco. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's Bandai Namco. Yeah, but again, Tekken also. Tekken's an 80-something, is 80 gigs too. Why is Tekken 80 gigs? I love Tekken. I love Tekken's 8 so much. It's so much fun. The problem, have I met El? Yeah. The problem with like Tekken 8 though, is that game is fucking 82 gigs, and I play it in waves. I get like the urge to go in and I play it, but if I don't, it's like if I uninstall it, I have to re-download 80 plus gigs, and then if I don't uninstall it, it's 80 gigs just sitting there for months, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's no reason a game like that should be. It's a fighting game, man. It's maps and characters and frame data. And it's certain, like, I promise you that shit's not going to the online capabilities, because that shit's doo-doo! It's doo-doo in Street Fighter, and it's doo-doo in Tekken. Like, there's zero reason those games are that big. What frame data? FromSoft. You know what? Well, FromSoft isn't AAA. I was gonna say, FromSoft gets kind of the pass, but FromSoft isn't AAA. FromSoft is, I guess they'd be classified as AA, wouldn't they? But I mean, well, they have a bigger publisher, but I mean, you know, you guys know what I mean. I studied 3D animation and I cannot fathom. I do not understand how those games are that large. I genuinely do not understand how they are that large. My face when Arxis has the best online and fighting games. Remember when SD cards were pushing 1 or even 2 terabytes before SanDisk took a shit with their products? Yeah. I want another Armored Core game from them? No, Armored Core is awesome. Armored Core is fucking sick. The Virtua Fighter 5 latest release is 20 gigs. Yeah! And Virtua Fighters is a fighting game on the same level as the other two. Who's my Grand Saber? On JP, it's Theseus. FromSoft at least takes their time with their games as well. Now, only if we get Bloodborne 2. You know, well, we're never gonna. It's never gonna happen. I'm sorry to be the one who has to tell you this, even though I know that you already know. We're never getting Bloodborne 2. It's just never gonna happen. And the reason for that is not FromSoft's fault, it's Sony's fault. Which is the reason why I don't think FromSoft has worked with Sony since then. I'm pretty sure that they were like, so wait, we can't release this on anything else? Like, yeah. Are you ever going to consider releasing it anywhere else? No. Are you going to do anything with this IP? We're going to give a little robot an Astrobot Lady Maria's hat. And then say that we have no IPs to work with. Like, oh, okay. We have a Bloodborne-like called the, is it called like the New Bloods or something like that? And it's going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Also made by FromSoft. Duskbloods, that's what it is. It's part of the reason I bought the Switch too, because I want to play that game. And I've been thoroughly impressed by the Switch 2 and its power up until now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what more they do. The Duskbloods thing is just Elden Ring Night Rain, but on a Switch 2 with a Bloodborne skin. Honestly, though, look, I was already gonna buy it. You don't need to sell it to me even more. Using only the D-pad for movement is not great. I don't mind that. I mean, that's a personal thing where I'm just like, I don't mind that. Have I defeated Gil with Ishtar? He has a special win quote. No, I don't have an Ishtar. I'm surprised he doesn't have one for Tiamat. Like, I mean, I'm really am. If I would have figured he'd have one of those, but God, she really does just do 1 Sugitillion damage, huh? Leave her alone, damn it! You know what? I'm gonna make it special. Let's do it again. Especially because that MP is how he killed her in Myth. He didn't kill... What? Gilgamesh never killed Ishtar. All I know is that he says useless goddess at some point. Sick. Yeah. I don't know. It's... Fuck Ubisoft. Fuck most AAA companies for the most part, because it's just like... I feel like we are moving away from the age of we want to make games for fun. Oh, no, Tiamat? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. I got you, Ow! I got you. You're right. He should say something like that. But Gil didn't kill Tiamat. I mean, I guess he did in, he helped to beat her in Babylon, but he didn't kill her in Myth. Fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, I'm out. Here's the thing. I'm very much considering looking into trying to get the Gabe Cube, as it's being so affectionately called. I don't know. I don't think I would ever really need it though. I mean, because I have my PC, but it could be more powerful than my PC. Who's to say? This year's been one of the best for indie games ever. Oh, 100%. Silk Song fucking Expedition 33. I mean, just a recent one, fucking Mega Bonk has been so much fun to play. Power Wash Simulator 2, hell yeah, Hades 2. I mean, it's not indie, but fucking Uma Musume dropping is pretty sick too. I was saying, I'm glad that I can't see how many hours I put into Uma Musume, and then I realized, oh wait, I can to a degree. We need a new term for some companies. I would not consider Silk Song indie proper. Team Cherry is 100% an indie company. Like 100% an indie company. Okay, I have fucking 80 hours in Uma Musume on my PC, and that's not factoring in the fact that I've mostly played on my phone. The association between the arrow, Gilgamesh, and the myth of Tiamat is based on a misunderstanding of two myths: creation myth of the Enema Elish details Marduk using an arrow to kill Tiamat, goddess of chaos, while the Epic of Gilgamesh focuses on the hero's quest for immortality and does not feature Tiamat. But he's using the arrow. I see what you're saying. Watch how very little of those games will be in the Games Award.
Anyone else nickname those Unity Cup Horse Girls, Salbad Girl, and Kirikisk?
Yeah. 100%. It is so bad. It is absolutely so bad, Guy and Kai. Oh, here's the thing. Look, the Game Awards are 100% pointless because the people who pick the games that are featured, like, look at this fucking shit. No! I fucking... This time I'm really gonna do it. Okay. Fucking, I don't want to use this stupid golden bitch. Imagine if Uma wins the best gacha game. Is it even like is it even allowed to be voted for it? Just back out. I don't want to waste the AP. We're gonna try it. Sorry for the dump. No, you're good. God, you fucking suck. Yeah, we're backing out. I hate Gilgamesh. Imagine, you're the king of fucking heroes. You have such an ego bigger than the tallest mountains. You are literally clad in gold. You are touted by so many people as being the singular strongest servant in all of Fate canon. That's wrong, but people do it. And you have the most indomitable power ability, a 30% starting battery. How about you fuck off, Gilgamesh? Look at how many goddamn people. Like, really? My hatred knows no bounds. Look at all of this. It's like bugs. It's an infestation on my friends list.
You were saying something about the Game Awards.
The Game Awards are a fucking shit show every year, and it's because the people who get to pick, the people who actually get to pick who the awards goes to, it's done by a committee of like 10 rich jackasses in like a room.
You August 300 battery has spoiled.
And then they weigh in
other buster servant without being painful.
And then they weigh in who, like, they weigh in the people's vote, you know, the thing that should matter for the Game Awards. They weigh that in as like as 10% of the vote or some bullshit. Game of the Year last year was What was Game of the Year last year? Was it Elden Ring? It was the Elden Ring DLC, right? Like, and even, like, I don't know. As someone who really enjoyed that and loves Elden Ring, I don't think that's appropriate. I love Elden Ring. I enjoy that. I still need to beat, by the way. I still need to beat the final boss with Eric. I've just stepped away. I've not forgotten. I know I still need to do that, but... You know. Officially... Excuse me. Officially, it's 90% journalists and 10% public, which is stupid. Genuinely, that is stupid. You wanna know why? Because I have a deep-seated respect for games journalists who actually sit, they play the games, they play them to completion, and then they write out in their own opinion, hey, here's what I think, here's what I liked about the game, here's what I wish that they could have changed about it, or here's what I didn't like about it, and then go from there, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say every games journalist is a fucking, like, horrible shill, because a lot of them are just they're just, you know, a lot of them are trying their hardest. And I know that a lot of them have to adhere to whatever weird fucking company guidelines that they're given, right? With that said, however, how many of those are the people that are actually on these committees making these decisions? If I had to take a random shot in the dark, I'd say that you got maybe 2 people who are in there doing that. It's just like, why? What is the point of having a Game Awards thing if the award is being given away based on the criteria of a committee rather than the will of the people? Like, I don't know, I have no idea who this guy is. There was a streamer, apparently, who said that some generic shooter that looks like every other shooter should win Game of the Year because he thought that, what's it called? Expedition 33 was boring.
On one hand, the people know shit, but on another, journalists know shit either.
Well, here's the thing. Shroud, I don't know who that is. I think I've heard the name. I could not tell you what his voice sounds like. Arc Raider CEO? Is Shroud the Arc Raider CEO? I thought he was a streamer. Point is, I don't know. We were having a conversation about that this week.
Journalists' votes from players.
No, what they need to stop doing is just allowing it to be decided by a committee. If they're going to set up an entire website dedicated to having people go up and vote and be like, hey, this is what we should be doing. Hey, what does the public think? And then the public overwhelmingly votes on something. Then, you know, that I think at that point it's just like that's what you should be doing. Now, I'll say this. There is absolutely an argument to be made that a group of people should be in there to make sure that some decisions that the people make aren't being done just to shitpost. For example, there's no reason that Genshin Impact should be on the ballot for Best Gacha Game every single year. Why? Because Genshin Impact, at best, is a mid-tier game that I don't believe it's won an award for that ever. Why is it on there? And the Genshin fan base is ravenous.
It's because Game of the Year is very long, and also it's a kind of bad imitation of the Oscars out of the gamers need to validate the video games as art.
Well, video games are... it's an art form, so yes, video games are art. Can I get a Tiamon with a starting battery, please? Like, literally anybody.
The same way the Oscars are just butt ads for companies. Nothing new here on the Video Game Awards.
It's just stupid. It's all just stupid. There we go.
It's cause if AAA acknowledge those other games, that mean they would have to change or make new games, and they don't want to do that. They want the safest choice of games to make.
I mean, shit, that was maybe one of the singular funniest things I think I saw come out of Silk Song being like this cultural revolution for the video games industry. Was which CEO said it? It might have been the Ubisoft CEO said that gamers should, like, Silk Song is bad for the industry because it's giving gamers too high of expectations or some shit like that. Like, it's not fair that they're charging... Oh, that's what it was. It's not fair that they're charging $20 for this game because it's making the rest of us look like we're overcharging you. And then, you know, the argument for that is, you are. The argument for that is, you are overcharging people. It might have been Xbox. I don't know if it... I mean, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft probably said some shit too, but no, I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm just in a shitting on Ubisoft mood, so I'm just gonna say it was them, but you know. That was regarding Silk... That was about Silk Song, because Silk Song, even though it was in development for like 8 fucking years, came out as a $20 game.
The game took so long cause they have fun making the game. Green flag right there.
Correct. I think they also... No, Ubisoft did say gamers need to start getting used to not owning their games. Which, I will say, right now, they're not wrong about that necessarily. But here's the thing, because, like...
example of overcharging you for reused content.
Well, Black Ops 7 is a fucking shit show. Also, Origin Roach, thank you for the 36 months, 3 years. Welcome back. Glad to have you back, homie. How's it going? Black Ops 7 is a perfect example of what's wrong with the current video game landscape. The game itself is fucking generic and bad. And, like, the only people who are playing... I didn't even know that Black Ops 7 came out until I saw...
That argument was made by indie devs, because unfortunately some indie devs can't charge $20 for their
That
games.
argument was made by not just indie devs. There was plenty of AAA CEOs who were like, you shouldn't do this. But no, Black Ops 7 is a game I didn't know existed until I saw that they were using AI-generated shit on Twitter. And I was just like, oh, yeah, that checks out. You mean to tell me they released the same game again with a new coat and even less effort, and people still bought it? I don't believe it. Saw people shitting on the campaign and was like, the game is... I mean, yeah, I didn't even know that they released another Black Ops. Craziness. But again, what I was saying before, yeah, gamers do need to get used to not owning their own games. You wanna know why? Because right now you don't...
need my support, Mr. Goat? I can send my entire mommy your way.
You don't own a single game in your Steam library. I hope you all know that. You guys do realize that, right? You do not own a single game in your Steam library. You own the license to play that game. Now, here's the thing that is different from something like what Ubisoft implied when they said that. And that is that,
Play Ultra Q is great. Also, the dev doesn't mind the piracy of his game.
Yeah, well, the ultimate fucking... That's... What is it, New Blood Entertainment? That's got, like, Airdorf, who made the Faith series, and then, the guy who does, who did Squirrel Stapler and, like, Iron Lung and that shit. Those guys are all great. All those guys are great.
Bochi tries to use nostalgia but already killed the older audience's interest while trying to be Fortnite but fails cause they aren't Fortnite.
Do people on YouTube still hear me? I just need to know, do the people on YouTube, can the YouTubers still hear me? The YouTube audience? Yes? Okay, so that was actually just a Twitch issue. Holy shit. OBS is not currently allowing me. Yeah, alright, that's fucking weird. Yeah, YouTube wins again. I mean, it's about time stream ends anyway. We got like 15 minutes left. That just really fucking sucks. Why did that happen? Yeah. I'm gonna make a quick apology to them really quick. Thank you, Twitch. Very cool. You know what? I'm okay with the word inconvenience being said wrong. Anyway. Klidge apology video? Get real. I'll never apologize for shit. I'm gonna shit talk Ubisoft and fucking shitty ass gaming practices until the day I die. There is no reason for, like, okay, they are going to release, yeah. Oh yeah, Origin, you not been here, so I now do dual streaming.
Want to test Tammy for lols?
Tammy's still gonna work if you want to still use Tammy, but you know, you have to do it in the Twitch chat. I don't know. Twitch just died on me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. That's a weird thing. Let's get on to real shit. How do you like your eggs? Depends. Scrambled, generally, and if not scrambled, I like them over
Not
over
even
hard.
Twitch can get rid of meow.
Nah, Tammy's too strong. Does TMI have a crit buff? Yes. For Twitch to unite itself, Black Ops 7 tries to use nostalgia but already kill the other audience's interest while trying to be Fortnite but fails because they aren't Fortnite. Well, the reason why Fortnite succeeds in, like, how it does shit is, holy shit. Orgers, thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome,
Thanks,
welcome.
Twitch. Did the
Much
14,000
appreciated.
layoffs by Amazon affect you? I wonder why.
Incredibly kind of you. The 14,000 layoffs. Oh, yeah, right. I wonder about that. Hey, at least with those layoffs, they apparently killed the dude who hates VTubers. Apparently, that guy actually got fucking, like, removed. It was I mean... I don't really talk about doing things in the VTubing sphere very often. I mean, I am a VTuber, obviously. But I don't think people, like, I don't think that you guys are watching me because I'm a VTuber. I think you guys are watching me because I'm doing fake content, right? But I'm still in tune with the VTuber community to at least a degree. So if you didn't know, that we had a suspicion that there was a dude on Twitch, on the Twitch's mod staff. You're a VTuber? It's crazy, right? No, I actually look like this. I moved to Japan and then I started looking like this. Yeah, there was a suspicion that there was a dude on the mod staff at Twitch who
Klitsch, I'm watching you because you're Klitsch and you're funny as hell.
Thank you. Who just hated VTubers for one reason or another. Either he thought they were cringe or because he thought that they were all degenerates. And like we all just like, you know, we as the VTubing community kind of realized that like there's a guy there who's like calling shots to be like, we need to remove this person, they're a VTuber, I don't like that. And then this dude makes an announcement that he was a part of...
That Cooper hater was also just winning super hard on Twitter.
Yeah, he was big bitching on Twitter. He wasn't winning, he was whining, and he was whining, yes. Well, he made a complaint on there. He's like, I put in so many years of service in Twitch, or like Amazon, and this is how they thank me. And then if you look in the comments of that, it's everyone being like, how about you go suck a cactus, you piece of shit? Yeah. VTubers truly a marginalized community? Yes and no. In the streaming sphere, absolutely, because, I mean, shit. You don't realize how much hatred people get for doing VTubing activities until you are one. And then you get comments on your videos that are just like, it's... I'm so sad. I'm so sad I didn't allow this comment through. YouTube has an auto mod system that will, like, it'll catch things so that they don't make it through. It's my favorite comment I've ever received, but, you know, it's just, it was because I'm a VTuber, and it was under my Dangerous Beast, or was it? No, not Dangerous Beasts. What's that called? Fearsome Critters. My Fearsome Critters iceberg video I did like 2 fucking years ago. When I released that, somebody commented on it, VTuber means gay with big asshole. Which is my single favorite comment I've received on anything ever. Because it's so funny, like, what are you talking about, man? Type shit. It's just so out there, just like you click. It's just I just imagine that a guy clicks on the video.
That is the most glorious comment of all time.
I just imagine that a guy clicks on the video, he's like excited to see it, and then he sees the anime like guy talking, and he just immediately gets really enraged and pissed, starts throwing a temper tantrum. And it just, like, the mental image of that is just hilarious to me. Just being so unbelievably mad at the sight of an anime, of a person talking out of an anime PNG. It kind of cracks me up. It really does. You should do a tier list of fucked up comments you got in your video? No. Here's the thing. I wish that I had let that one through because it deletes them after you don't do it for a certain amount of time. And so that one vanished. Which makes me so sad because it was so fucking funny. VTuber equals gay with big asshole. I will go to my grave thinking about that. It's so fucking stupid. Just so mad. Just so mad at the anime character talking to him. But yeah, no, the dude who was the anti-VTuber dude got fucking fired, and everyone was happier for it. It's just like nothing of value was lost type shit. Like, it doesn't matter how much good that you're doing as a moderator. If you're being discriminatory against anybody... I guess the other thing that was weird about him that he, like... That people, like... kind of inferred about him is that he was, like, a super creep towards, like, the titty streamers. He would actively allow, like... people to be, like, to have fucking sex on Twitch. And then... just like do nothing about it because he was watching it. What are you talking about? The dude who was on the mod staff on Twitch got fired. The guy who hated VTubers. Yeah, the dude was apparently just like a big fucking creep, so... What are you gonna do?
Must have been an American boomer.
I don't remember what his nationality was. I know it was a balding white guy. Which... Of course it was. Of course it was. Fun times over on twitch.tv/Klidge Radio. Subscribe today. I mean, he was a mod on Twitch. I mean, somebody has to be, right? I feel like him being a creep was a given. A balding man, that speaks volumes to me.
Reminds me that Facebook was made to rate women in Zuckerberg's college.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, not shocked about that, given half of the people on Twitch are pricks. I mean, it's one of those difficult things, right? You need to have moderators on a site like that who are going to be kind of hard on people. But it begs the question, how many people are jackasses who join so that way they have power over people and can act like jackasses? And how many people become jackasses because they have to deal with fucking morons all day? Oh, Twitch is a Twitch is a fucking wasteland right now. It's kind of a shame to see like what's going on with it, because I like Twitch. Twitch offers things that YouTube live streams do not have. I cannot rig a thing like Tammy to be easily accessible to my community on YouTube, because that's something that is exclusive to having channel points, right? The only way that I could have that work on YouTube is if you guys paid money to make the chatbot go, and I don't want you to do that. Like, I would rather it just be a free thing that you guys can do as a reward for sitting around and hanging out. No amount of having to deal with jackasses online would make me allow sex on Twitch as a moderator. You would think, right? I agree, but...
You can't even say phony. No phony.
Yeah, you cannot even say phony, and that is not phony. So a thing I've been working on the side is I'm trying to make a small game right now, maybe expand it later. And I'm just going to call my game, my quote-unquote game studio that is me in my house with a computer. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Goat Lad. And then it's just gonna pop up with him and he's just gonna go phony, and that's it. That's the intro. What happened to Twitch? No, that was not an OBS issue. I think that was an actual Twitch issue. It disconnected me from the Twitch server. I have no idea why.
The RNG game from hell.
Yes.
I saw you talking about it in the general channel on Discord.
Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this. From a gameplay perspective. Imagine a game in the vein of something like Slay the Spire.
In my mascot now, phony.
You are a mascot, you're my little boy. Imagine a game in the vein of Slay the Spire, except all of your attacks are put onto a wheel with, say... I was originally thinking 100, but maybe that's too many. Let's say like 50 options, where you spin the wheel, And if it lands on attack, you actually get to attack. And if it lands on miss, you don't get to attack. And you get to visually see that happen.
I'm the final boss. No questions asked.
And as you defeat groups of enemies, they will drop items that you can use to replace pegs on your wheel there with other effects. And it's against your will. So, like, you can... I mean, I don't know. Maybe once I learn how to, like, fucking code properly, we can have it work in certain ways. But right now, I made that already, but I haven't figured out how to do the visual. Maybe the visual can come second. We might be able to find a plugin for that, honestly. I think almost certainly we can find a plugin for that. But yeah, it's just, you get to visually see the... I want it to be that you can visually see the wheel spin because, of course, gambling, right? So Slay the Spire mixed with Wheel of Fortune. Slay the Spire, but significantly more random chanced. And, I don't know. I unfortunately don't know as much about game development as I would like to, so I'm kind of teaching myself on the side more and more on how to do things. And I'm working out of RPG Maker, which is it's a good baby's first game making studio, but it's also fucking RPG Maker. I was working in it earlier today, and it crashed on me over and over and over again. Is this game Monster Girl related? There will be Monster Girls in this game. It's loosely tied to another project that I'm working on. It's set in the same world as another project that I'm working on, which does involve Monster Girls. Very specifically, if you could believe it, I happen to very much like Rat Girls. I really like Rat Girls. I like Spider Girls too, but I really like Rat Girls. And I'm making the hub person in the shop that you can go to between to sell potentially bad things that are on your wheel or buy new things to put onto your wheel and to heal.
Universe.
I'm gonna make that hub maiden a rat girl. I'm more of a dog person myself. Valid. Rat girls? I love rat girls. As a leg man, I agree with Spider Girls. I mean, Spider Girls will always be my number one, right? But between Hako's Bales of Hololive and the Daikokuten and now Jane Doe, I'm just like, the more I see it, and also Nazarene, man. I do like me a good rat. I do love a good rat. But on Monster Boys also valid. Here's the thing though, when it comes to Monster Boys, you know what my favorite kind of Monster Boy is? Lizard Man. I love a Lizard Man. Going to Grand Daikokuten on NA, 100%. That is my Grand Caster. On JP, though, it's going to Bab. You know, I think it's funny how easy Gil is to beat if you have Mother. Oh, if you have Mother and a human, he just melts. Shout out Sugitani one time. God, he's one of my favorite snipers. Alright. Dragon Men look cool, too. Dragon Men and Lizard Men kind of occupy the same space in my brain.
Saw a clip of Tomo throwing Gale for her and hear the gates go with him lol.
That's actually kind of sick. Does Kugu count as a Spider Girl? In name only. Actually, before I end stream, which we're going to do here in just a second, I am going to... Oops. I am going to... Level up Sugitani. How many of you guys have seen the proto version of Cuckoo? How many of y'all know what, like, proto Cuckoo looks like?
Cuckoo counts as a nuclear
For me, it's an
bomb
armpit, armpit and all four. I mean, to each their own. Go for it. Not a clue. Love me a buff bunny boy. A buff bunny boy is also pretty solid. Who? Cuckoo. Your friendly neighborhood nuclear bam. Sorry, I'm just vibing. I really like this song. We do be kind of Katamaring my Damachi. Know what I'm saying? Alright. We need... I do have Mega Bonk scheduled. Maybe we replace Mega Bonk and we do this instead to finish this out. Try Nobukatsu since you don't have him. Yeah, we can do a little bit of gacha for Nobukatsu and keep chatting. Let me get Proto Cuckoo really quick. I need you all to see what we were robbed of. Here's the thing. I really like Kukulkan's design as is. I think it's good. Her Ascension 2 reminds me of Birdie the Mighty, and I really like Birdie. Maybe it's on the other site. Yeah. Let's get this. Never forget what they took from you. This is what Cuckoo could have been. She looks good with braided hair. I fucking love. She's got one of my favorite things, which is I love a good, long anime style braid. Could have been a Dragonoid. That's so unfortunate. It's so... I don't know. If I remember right, she's not supposed to be she's not supposed to be a dragon. She's supposed to be like dinosaur or saurian, I suppose, because you know she's the god of the dinosaurs. But I guess they were told reel it back a bit, which is kind of a shame because I do really like this design.
That's why she hasn't appeared outside of Pound Chi. Her current design is too similar to Cat's.
I mean, yeah. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. I really like this design. I kind of prefer this design, but that's just me. It just strikes a lot of like points for me. Big fan of that. I hope that we get to see. I hope we get to see that design recycled to some regard in the future. Thanks, Glitch. Now I'm going to cry myself to sleep from...
Thanks, Glitch. Now I can cry myself to sleep from that last big design.
I will co-op that design and use it in my own things. I kind of like that. I kind of really like that. But then again, I'm also just, you know... Oh my god, Himiko high? We're rolling for Nobukatsu, right? Imagine rolling 100 times in no Katsu. Not a singular Katsu. She doesn't seem like she would be as gremlin like current Cuckoo. There we go. Okay, Habitron high. Hakuno high. Damn, okay. Well, I'm glad I realized I didn't have Nobukatsu. I'm gonna get him to NP5, then we'll call it a stream. How about that?
You stole my Hakuno.
No. That was my Hakuno. Tammy, you're not allowed to have that. Hands off. Hands off the cutie. Alright, let me see. Damn, okay. How many did we get out of that? We got... 1... 2? Okay, we got 2. We got 2. 3 more to go. I do really like Kukulkan, though. Like, even though I like the design that they gave her better in the, like, the prototype, I do still really like Cuckoo. Cuckoo's fun. She's really fun outside of... I like her more outside of the Lost Belt. When did we get this Hundo pull on NA? The Hundo pull. What is the Hundo pull? Oh, this thing? Oh, shit, I don't know. 1, 2, need 1 more, 3. There, we're done. It's just that easy. And maybe we'll do a little bit more of that later as well. Just because it would be kind of nice to get his coins. Cuckoo is very much a goober. Thesis is in the FP Gacha too, yeah. Okay. Let me just check something. Okay. How many quartz do I have? And should I make another attempt before I go to bed? No. Okay. Well, we're gonna call that there. Ugh! Fellas. Thanks for hanging out. We covered a lot of ground today. We chat on game companies for like an hour, and my stream broke on 2 different occasions. And I'd call it a successful Monday. So, Sugitani Grand Archer in the book. We will probably revisit this maybe on Wednesday? I'm trying to think if I want to do Mega Bonk for a full 2 hours. Maybe. We'll have to see. For now, though, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Sorry for the YouTube issue, or sorry for the Twitch issue, rather. Thank God I'm doing dual stream, because I would be losing my fucking mind if it broke twice in one day. So, I appreciate you guys being flexible and being able to move over. I wish I could do something about it, but it's outside of my abilities. Regardless, peace out, fellas. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Shake the world. My pride.